It's kind of a frigid day out here. It's about 20 degrees out and it's noon. Maybe it's 25. But it's not going to get much warmer today. But I'm not worried about getting cold because I have 110 bales of hay to carry and put in the barn. Good morning, guys. We're still at the Rhodes house down here, and we helped out with the chores. That is, we helped out with the chores. Justin's not feeling well, so he wasn't out this morning. When I realized he wasn't out doing the chores, I said, well, I better get up. So we're out here. They brought hay out with Sally, the 4x4. Milking's done. Jonah did most of the milking. I helped out a little bit. Climb in, scoot over. We're locked and loaded, ready for bear. We got the Daisy Red Rider here. You might remember if you watched one of our other videos recently, I told you that the guy we were buying hay from, he came up short this year. So he thought he was gonna have plenty of extra to sell us, and then he counted, and I think he's 50 bales short. So it's just like, that's a mess for him and a small mess for us. So we're working on filling in these gaps and getting enough hay to get us through. This will not be enough hay to get us all the way through. We'll have plenty of time to find other hay. One of the reasons Justice came home with me to the camper was because he wanted a paid job. He has some ideas for some things he wants to buy down the road. He's been talking about buying a car, which I'm down with that. And so he wants to work to earn money. I picked out a pretty good job for a 6-year-old, which is cleaning out his mom's car, the van, taking all the trash out, taking all the good stuff out, sorting it, vacuuming. We're doing a sheet moving parade. Once he even just started a little bit, he immediately hit this challenge of not wanting to do the work. If you need to take a short break, you can, but make yourself a goal. Say, I'm going to vacuum out the front, and then I'm going to take a quick break and then do the back, okay? You can do it. He was sitting there telling me, I want the money, but I don't want to do the work. That's not how it works, is it? We're still not staying here. But Justice and I came up to receive this load of hay. And why did we put it out down here? Because the camper's in the way. The camper's right where I would normally pull the barn up. I want the hay upstairs ideally. I'll pack some of it in down there. Yeah, that's why the hay is down there and why we're carrying a lot of it up here. I'm gonna see how much I can fit in some areas downstairs in the barn though. So that's what we're doing. I'm gonna get to work now because I hope to do this in under an hour and a half. Meanwhile, I'm unloading hay, and the irony of this, and this is what I explained to him, and actually explained to him on a regular basis, is that he's not the only one who struggles with this. I mean, I'm an adult. I'm in my mid-30s. I've been working for the past 15 years, and I still struggle with this. And I would say I'm known to be like a good worker in jobs I've worked. People would like working with me. They know I work hard. I still struggle with pushing through on work and committing. That's the thing I told him over and over. Like, dude, you're just sitting here. You're really struggling with getting started. If you want to do this, you've got to commit in your mind and in your heart to getting it done. You done? I think you probably got more to do. Let me check it for you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so this area here looks pretty clean. But you need to move the vacuum to the front and do the front wells.
Why?
because they're dirty, and then you need to move it to the back and do this back section too.
It takes like 2 hours.
It's yeah, you've been working on it a long time. You're closing in on this job. Don't get discouraged, okay? Because you're feeling a little discouraged, but you're like 3/4 done. You're almost done with it. You just gotta push through and finish it, okay? You're almost there. You're gonna earn your money. I have 110 bales to move. And I mean, let's be clear, that's not a huge job. I'm carrying them about 80 feet, which is, this is a lot of work. It's probably 4,000 pounds of hay. About 60 trips. I carried a few individually. Most of them I carried double. But as I'm working on it, I'm getting discouraged. It's freezing cold out here. I'm honestly like overwhelmed with the current situation. The past month has been just overwhelming, fairly discouraging, and I'm just feeling it right now, moving this hay, carrying one load after another, and I just want to quit. I keep telling myself exactly what I told him, like, you just got to push through and commit. The other thing, though, that I told him that's so helpful to me when I'm struggling like this is to break things down. So, you know, move 10 or 20 bales and just take like 3 to 5 minutes, talk to him, check in with him, or just warm up my hands, or do nothing just for a minute, enjoy the beauty of this place, but then jump right back in. So that's what I was asking him to do. This is really a good topic because this is what my challenge is for this year, is just taking up a lot of tasks and jobs and responsibilities that honestly feel painful and committing to them. And I'm struggling more with that right now than I have probably ever in my adult life. I'm struggling with committing to taking the responsibility, making it mine, and just pushing through, saying like, no matter what, I'm gonna move forward. So that honestly, like, I feel like I've been falling down on the job and just not doing everything I needed to do, struggling to put in the work to make videos. And I don't feel an obligation to anyone to do that other than myself and my family. It's a revenue stream for us. It's more than that, but it is that at least. So as I'm coming to those last bales, it's all kind of coming together in my head, and I'm thinking, this is my year. This is my year that I'm looking ahead towards. It's not gonna all be unpleasant. It's not gonna all be alone, working in the cold. And what I'm saying to my son, I'm actually just saying to myself. It's stuff I know, but stuff I have to grab again, hold tight to my chest, kind of like a football, and just plow forward, go forward with it. So that's what I want to do this year. That's my hope for the year, is to take these responsibilities, make them mine, and just push forward and do really well for my family. Get us through this house project, through the mold. But almost done. Get us back into a house that's pleasant to live in, and do it in as short order as possible. I guess I'm sharing this just because that's what I've been thinking about as I was carrying hay bales and trying to teach my son something that I'm honestly still teaching myself. Done. But we got the hay bales. They're in the barn. I feel great. And Justice is almost done with his job, so we can head back and be with the family this evening, which I greatly look forward to. And that's what we're doing next. So here we go. All right, the extension cords are all back where they need to go. We're getting the heater set on the right setting. The cows are out here, checking them one more time. They're, I mean, not loving this cold, but they're enjoying the hay. It's good hay, pretty good hay. Their water was frozen, and I've broken the ice on. It's frozen twice while I was here today. That tells you how cold it is. This is basically the warmest part of the day, and their water keeps freezing. But I'll be back here tonight, so I can fill that up again tonight. And get them hay for the morning. All right, I think we're ready to go. So Justice is done. Good job, Justice. That's a $4 job. That's a big money job for a 6-year-old. Guys, this stuff I've been talking about, this is why we're at the roads. Here, let's unplug it before you take it in the barn. Someone might look at our situation and say, well, going and living somewhere else, that's like shirking your responsibilities. Actually, it's the opposite. For me, it's me doing what I have to do to keep my family happy, healthy, and sane. Honestly, we're missing this just really brutal cold snap in the camper, which is nice because it's rough in the camper. That heater will run constantly. I mean, you can get it warm, but you have to run it all the time. And so the things we're getting to experience at the roads, just these awesome times, that's what I'm giving to my family, honestly. And the sacrifice is me driving a lot to keep these animals safe, warm, fed, and happy. And honestly, it's kind of a pain in the butt. The driving is. Being at the roads has been a wonderful break. Getting a different perspective. That's what we're here doing. It's as though, you know, looking at someone else's life, you can see yours more clearly. Being out here and milking with the roads and seeing how it fits into their day every day, honestly, it's really, really fun. So the question is, my question for me is, can I hold it together? Which so far I think I am, and do this thing for my family. And so far I am doing it. And that's like what I need to do. That's me taking on my responsibility to make sure my family's happy and healthy as we move through this just very coldest time of this winter.